evidence for the existence of unidentified flying objects, per se, is indisputable. Millions of sightings have been reported throughout the world. That up to 90 to 95% of all these reports can probably be explained in conventional terms is also not in dispute. But that still leaves tens of thousands of unexplained cases, including the many thousands reported by military and civilian pilots, army and naval officers, astronauts and astronomers, whose testimony is often supported by radar, sonar, and sometimes by film and photographs. In my estimation, many such cases are likely to represent genuinely anomalous craft or phenomena. The attitude of the media, in the face of the massive amount of evidence available, is puzzling. UFOs do not exist, proclaimed an editorial in The Times in 2005. Based on an article by David Charter in The Times of the same date, the editorial commented on the Ministry of Defence's declassification of a large batch of papers on UFOs, under provisions of the UK Freedom of Information Act, which came into force in January 2005. Charter wrote that it has taken the Ministry of Defence 54 years to release secret papers ruling out the existence of UFOs. Nonsense. The Times is behind the times. Most news coverage of the 2005 release was positive. In The Independent, for example, Robert Verkaik cited the reports included in the MOD releases of unidentified flying objects, cited by RAF personnel, British Airways pilots, and senior police officers. Until recently, even the tabloids regarded flying saucers as a joke, commented science reporter Robert Matthews. Now, newspapers like the Financial Times and Independent are filing Freedom of Information, FOI requests, to compel official sources to reveal what they know. The much-heralded release of a large batch of UFO files in 2005 was not unprecedented. The MOD had declassified a number of documents over the years, either periodically, such as after 30 or 50 years, or as the result of requests from members of the public for information on a specific incident. In the United States, where the Freedom of Information Act became law in 1966, tens of thousands of UFO-related documents have been released by the armed services and intelligence agencies, most of which had previously denied having any documentation on the subject. Other countries, such as Canada, France, Italy, Russia, and Spain, have also declassified files. Many of these documents were revealed for the first time in my book Above Top Secret, published in 1987. In May 2005, the Brazilian Air Force held meetings with a committee comprising the country's leading UFO researchers and agreed to declassify more of its files on the subject. However, as elsewhere, the most sensitive information on the subject continues to be exempt from disclosure in the interests of national security.